Hello, everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited, at least in my case, Seinarukana, the Spirit of the Eternity Sword 2. This is the direct sequel to Asalia the Eternal, aka Ian no Asalia, which I'm in the middle of a series of and will hopefully one day finish. As you can see, it is not in 16 by 9. It is just like Asalia the Eternal. It is a 4x3 game, unfortunately. But, just ignore the little black bars here on the sides. I've been waiting for this game for so long. It's been so long since it was announced that they would be translating it. And it felt like at times that, the project was going nowhere, but here we are. It has finally been released, and I am extremely excited to check it out. If you'll just indulge me for just a minute here before I get into it, basically, Asalia the Eternal is one of those games that I liked more than the sum of its parts. I feel like Asalia the Eternal was average in a lot of ways. The combat system wasn't incredible, but it was fun and tactical. The visual novel portions, the story wasn't, incredible by any stretch. There was a lot of melodrama. And, the characters, they didn't have a whole lot of variation, and, they were not necessarily one-dimensional, but there weren't very many dimensions to many of the characters. But at the same time, I just found the game really appealing, and I think that a lot of that is just because of the melding of those systems, all of which I just kind of have an affinity towards. So I'm hoping for more of the same with Seinarukana. I'm hoping for, some likable characters, if probably rather tropish. But I'm hoping for a, somewhat modified, but hopefully not too different combat system involving the spirits that we are familiar with from the first game. And, I'm just hoping to have a good time here. So without further ado, though I could blab on forever, let's do this. Start the game. Demons of the Past, or Dreams of the Past, rather. I can read, really. Where am I? It's hard to tell, but I know it's a dream. There's a girl in front of me. Okay, just give me 1 second here. It looks like the game audio is a little too low. Let me turn that up to maybe about 40%, and we'll go from there for now. And, hopefully that will sound a little better. This is not necessarily going to be a series. I kind of want to hear what you guys want me to do with this game. I'm definitely going to be playing it. And at the very least, I'm going to do, kind of an impression video on it, if not a full review. But if I do a series, I probably won't do that. Okay, we've got another crazy language. I forget the name of the language in the first game, but the character had to learn a language at the beginning of Ian no Asalia as well. Her beautiful lips speak a language I can't understand, and my own respond in the same unknown language. She speaks softly, as if reciting a spell. Then she smiles and holds out her hand. I grasp it and squeeze, tighter, tighter. This has to be the same language as, I think it's called Saint Yodo's, actually, in Asalia the Eternal, because I remember hearing the word Yoteto in Asalia the Eternal. And sorry about the mouse cursor, I kind of wasn't thinking. I'll try to avoid having that on the screen unless we're in combat. She squeezes back. I stand up. Stand up? Why am I surprised that I have legs to stand on? The world around me abruptly changes. Ow.
Tasın simin desu fanao. La fanao harsa hesakna horo.
Yeah, dude. Gasping for breath, I flicked the blood from my sword. The scene has changed to my usual nightmare. It's as if I've flipped to another channel. This nightmare again. How many times does this make it? I've had this dream for as long as I can remember. A dream I watched through someone else's eyes. As always, it begins with a man standing before me. I swing my sword at him, without hesitation or mercy. I keep swinging, driven by a choking urge to kill. His blood splashes across my face. I ignore the redness now surrounding me and thrust my sword into his flesh. Lesser god, huh? They're not referring to spirits as gods now, are they? Because I could understand if it was a lesser spirit from, like a spirit from Azalea the Eternal, but... He spits a curse at me, but in a language my dreaming self cannot understand. However, there's no mistaking what it means. His strength flows through my sword, draining out of him, as if it were his life. Then it is a spirit, right? Because the sword is absorbing power from the spirit, or lesser god, quote-unquote. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to infer things. I'm becoming stronger. The more I kill, the stronger I get. I yank my sword out of him, with a slight feeling of satisfaction. A great warrior, drenched in his victim's blood, carrying a shining silver sword, also stained red. That's who I am in this dream. And I feel like the volume actually might be a little too loud now, so let me take that down a notch. I wanted to hop into this completely blind, so I didn't do any sound checking or anything, which probably wasn't a great idea. But let's try this for now, and see how it goes. My head turns, independent of my will, surveying the landscape. I've been here more times than I can count. It's like a maze inside a huge tree, a world where the vibrance of life and the tranquility of harmony exist together. Empty space as far as I can see, and below is a dark abyss that threatens to swallow me. This world is impossible, but nothing feels wrong. Is that because it's a dream? It feels so real. Bodies are all piled up around me, but they fade into the light and then vanish into nothingness, as if to prove that this is just a dream. But as they vanish, more bodies fall to replace them. The slaughter continues at my hand. I kill, 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 kill. A never-ending massacre. The smell of blood is overpowering, intoxicating. I feel myself growing drunk on the slaughter. Finally, silence falls. So just some more speculation here. Is this guy, presumably the main character, and this is, I assume, a dream as well, but in this dream, is he being consumed by the bloodlust of his Eternity Sword? Just like Yuto felt like he might be in Azalea the Eternal at some points? I talk to myself, released from my urge to kill. But I still don't know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna take the volume up just a little. The girl next to me speaks. I still don't know what she's saying, but it's clear enough that she's trembling in rage. The world suddenly shifts again. This happens a lot in my dream. It looks like it's sometime past the last scene. I'm facing a man. Two girls stand behind him. Or behind me, rather. One lively girl with long black hair, The other has short bobbed hair. She's almost like a doll.
ハガセムファイムヒヤミカエクソスネアラファナオンリュールミナナイスカテイムジファナオンのキルナレスーナセムスハキアワトルハカツオスナ
The regal-looking man mutters emotionlessly.
アルニーネカウトファナオンミーヤハラギカウトファナオンリュウヘツザクミサジタールレテングファナオンミシェンミンラテトアファナオンアブファナオンセインコンフイラステミクテフイラステリュウハールサ支配当選セインスートアナホメストラナテスヤーテステール
He talks like his mind is far away. I can feel his sadness, even without knowing what he's saying.
イットシクルセインアクロスチーファナオンのキルナレス
ルツルチデマジのチファーナオ
I have no idea what's going on.
ニカドミフォローミヤミニイニームラエスはキルナレスナナテンスヤミニエデアバイスナニカドカミタ
He smiles just slightly as he says that, but with surprising kindness.
イカルリカリルーシクネハウサクトテスハケニスルーティナレナ
ウーテセムニカドミフォローリュウヤネマクスンセムハテスキニカネサシハ
I speak back to him, just as kindly. He lifts his sword, signaling the start of our battle. I lift my sword as well, and stand before him.
クラウスハキアワトルハカクララスデハルクイですハサキかなチファナオンのキルナレスーナ
休め
Official novel battles. It looks so clunky, but I still like it. A battle without pause. We're evenly matched, but the end comes suddenly.
テイクハルテオロやファナオナセナクナトーラム
Oh, he was defeated. He slowly collapses, becoming flickers of fading light.
イットエヌウィラトゥーレチファナオンのキルナレスーナネハイネムテヤカテイクハルラミナシウユノフ
He stabs his sword into his own chest. Light erupts around it, twisting sight and sound around him. She shouts in a panic as the torrent of light explodes. I can easily see how dangerous it is. She hesitates slightly as she reaches out to me. I take her tiny hand without a second thought.
なるかなひなの
Her words rock me.
姫、ハルキーネな、ローニャ、キメンクツァ、ユマヒカ、デハルク、ラクケ。
She smiles just a little. She lets go of my hand and walks into the light. I reach out to stop her, but my hand passes through the air like she's not even there. It's over in an instant. In the blink of an eye, the light vanishes as if it never existed. I stand there in helpless, endless despair.
リュウスンナテムラニカドセムフォローラデュリミナファナオファイムヒアミカエクソス
So they both vanished, but why? I squeeze my words out painfully to the girl still standing beside me, like a doll. Okay, so she didn't vanish. It was just the black-haired girl. Oh, I've seen her before in the pictures for the game. She's some girl with a scythe, I think. Nemesis, huh? Is that her name? Red light shines in her eyes. Her lips open. She speaks with a lifeless, metallic ring.
エトルスクラダ、エデガダナートス、サルバルイナバム、リュームサイスヤーディスとレカサンラクンセ、モートファナオン。 ラ・ファナジスト。
She slowly lifts her spear, leaving no opening in her defense.
ソスノニハソスノクララス。アジェスネサイムヒアミカエクソス。我らユミナス。
Is she not the same girl? I thought she wielded a scythe, but I could just be, misremembering the character. I've only looked at screenshots for the game. I know nothing about it, really. What the F is happening? Seriously. None of my attacks work. No matter how much I swing my sword, I can't even wound her, let alone win. Her spear is kind of like a scythe. She barely scratches me, but the energy of life starts to leak out of me. That tiny scratch is just like being burned from the inside. Every one of her attacks scatters golden blood from my flesh. Her blade tears effortlessly through my defenses, like they're made of paper. Oh! Well, game over, guys. We gave it a valiant effort, but this is the end. I was Seinarukana. Thanks for watching. Her blade pierces my chest. It hurts too much to even groan. I desperately try to pull it out, but just the touch of it burns my mind with scorching agony.
イットリテ。
She declares without emotion. That's a pretty bad day. I scream. As my thoughts begin to go dim, I remember the girl who disappeared into the light. If I had grabbed her hand then. Yes, if I had grabbed her. Never let go. I mustn't ever let her go. Mustn't ever let the black-haired girl go, huh? Peaceful days at, what was that, Mononobe Academy? She screams, "No, no, I can't let her go. I won't let you go. I won't let you go. I'll never let go of this warmth. She's too important to me. This time I won't let her go." Okay. So we're in the middle of school, apparently. Fell asleep in class, and now we are apparently clinging to some girl. Alright. GG. Alright, so I guess we do start this game on Earth. So I'm going to assume that we're going to be dragged into another world, similar to Asalia the Eternal, but heck, I don't know, Ben. Maybe something crazy happens on Earth. Let's see. Huh? Something feels off. Something about her voice? I ignore the strange feeling and keep holding her tight. Yeah, good call. Yeah, if you grab on your classmate, they're sure to react just like this, by the way. They won't be totally freaked out. I'm still half in a dream, but her voice pulls me towards reality. Oh my god. Huh? This is, When my sight finally snaps into focus, my childhood friend's face is right in front of me. Okay, well at least you know her. Huh? Oh, Nozomi, it's just you. Yeah, that's also, a good way to greet the girl that you're groping when you wake up. Unless you're dating, of course. Then it's, no problem, obviously. So Nozomu, and then Nozomi, his childhood friend. Sheesh. Guess I was asleep. Man, what a weird dream. Is it just me, or is the girl in the dream that was wielding that sort of spear scythe thing kind of look like her? I could be mistaken. But passing out at school? Am I not getting enough sleep? She's got a stiff smile on her face. What's up? anything else to say? Am I supposed to be saying something? What? What's going on here? The rest of the class is staring at me. Alright, so this protagonist is also an idiot. Great, because Yuto was just so likable for his stupidity. Like they pity me? Is there something on my face? Everyone's staring.
そりゃあみんな見るよねブチって音が鳴った気がするよ
You gonna die, Nozomu. Nozomi? What's the matter? Are you feeling okay? As soon as I say that, there's an unmistakable collective sigh of pity from all around me.
大丈夫そうだね大丈夫なわけないねねえのぞむちゃんたった今私に何をしたのか覚えてる
Yeah, we're still actually watching it technically. Now I'm scared. What did I do to her?
覚えてないのね
Nope, I'm afraid not. What a tragedy. If I knew, then maybe I could avoid the coming storm.
そっかあんなことをしたくせに何も覚えてないなんて
Her clenched fist is trembling. Nozomi? Crap.
もしかしたらのぞむちゃんが私のことを求めてきたのかと思ったのに
Girl, you're not supposed to spell it out quite that plainly. I'm pretty sure that's stretching it. We're in a classroom.
ちょっと恥ずかしかったけどのぞむちゃんにならいいかなと思ったのに
Abandon all subtlety, ye who enter here. Hold up! What the heck are you
の
saying?
ぞむちゃん恨むならさっきの自分を恨むんだよ
She interrupts me in a creepy, flat monotone. It sounds like a death sentence. This is really bad. I've got to say sorry, even if I have no idea what I did. Hold on, I did something bad, right? Then I'm sorry. But it looks like my apology is a little too late. Her fist clenches tight. Right leg goes back, shoulders lower.
のぞむちゃんのバカ
Ah, Ranma 1/2 flashbacks. Boom! Critical hit, bitch! Oh shit. I would say that is lethal damage. Nozomi punch. Ah!
おー今日も望むは見事に天に舞ったな
まあ瀬戸木くんが悪いんだから仕方ないでしょ
I can hear them from far below me. Did he just go through the roof? Was it really my fault? I don't remember it in doing anything to her.
のぞむちゃんなんて知らないんだから
That's what you just said, after all. What are you so mad about? Ah, I've got it. I thought she was the girl in my dream and hugged her in real life. Man, I really screwed up.
大丈夫か
Ah, it's the best friend character, probably. My friend, Shinsuke, chuckles as he looks down on my fallen form. It's just, you know, a requirement in these games that there must be one male friend. But just one, not two. Two is too many. One is just enough. And inevitably, they are the only guy that truly understands the protagonist. Do I look okay?
見えるな
You seem fine. Oh, why am I voice
倒れ
acting
た
in?
机とか全部直しといてくれよ
I took some serious damage there. I'm still seeing stars.
瀬戸木が悪いんだからしょうがないでしょ
The art is definitely a step up from Asalia, the Eternal. Nozomi walks past without a care in the world. I guess. How depressing. Well, in a way, this is my regular life. Every single day, my childhood friend sends me flying. I could really use a break from it. Well, maybe you shouldn't be groping her in class.
ほらほらしょげる前に手を動かさないと早苗ちゃんが来たらまた文句言ってくるかもよ
Any chance of a little help here?
暁のやつならそうするんだろうけどな俺はあいつほどお前に甘くないんだよチャーシュー麺大盛り一杯でどうだ
Isn't that similar to Shun's name from Asalia the Eternal? Wasn't it Akutsuki? Akutsuki Shin? I think. I might be misremembering. What a greedy ass. Zetsu definitely would have helped me free of charge. Fine, I'll do it myself. I steady my trembling legs and stand up, then get to work on the toppled desks. Oh, come on. It's been 5 minutes since class ended, but Nozomi is still sulking and giving me the silent treatment. She's not even trying to hide her bad mood. On the other hand, never holding anything back is one of the nice things about her.
のぞむちゃん
Yeah? Her stare is ice cold, like 3 degrees below zero. Is this what Antarctica is like in winter?
私に言うことがあるよね
I'm sorry for suddenly hugging you like that. I meekly apologize to her like I should. I really shouldn't have grabbed her. She lets out a deep sigh and then leans in close.
抱きついたりして悪かったか他には
Huh? What, was there something else?
のぞむちゃん
Yes? Why does she look so disappointed? I seriously have no idea! Herpaderp!
のぞむちゃんやっぱりおバカさんだよね
Hey, I am not. What are you calling me a jerk for?
のぞむちゃんがおバカさんなんだから悪いんじゃない
Only a jerk calls someone a jerk. Ugh, I'm arguing like a 5-year-old.
のぞむちゃん女心分かってない
A woman's heart? I guess not.
もういい知らない
Her eyes are misty, but I feel like I'm the one who should be breaking into tears. Forgive me! Everyone's glaring at us. Ugh, why do I have to be the center of attention? This is such a disgrace. I'm never going to live this down. Just then, the classroom door opens.
ようのぞむ遊びに来たぜ
Oh crap! Wait, can this really be? Does Seinarukana actually defy the law of one male best friend? Wait a minute, isn't this guy the guy from our dream that we kicked the shit out of and he disappeared? Oops, sorry dude, I guess I'm gonna kill you later.
あーまた暁くん入り込んでる
まあおめこぼしよここには愛しののぞむがいるんだからさ
Oh dude, he's totally into us! We could totally score- Anyway. Zetsu, I'm in a bit of a crisis right now. Could you just leave me alone for a while? Yeah, brush off your friends. That's cool. This guy with their perpetual smirk is Akutsuki Zetsu, my best friend, who just loves to make trouble for me. Man! Seinarukana defying VN conventions. Already 2 male friends. Never would have guessed it.
何があったか大体見当はつくけどなそういう時にこそこの暁絶に相談してみちゃどうだ
If all you saw was his face, you'd have to admit that he's handsome. But his personality changes the whole picture. You're gonna give me advice?
で今度は何したんだこの牧年人は
He speaks bluntly as he sidles up, not holding anything back. He's not even in our class, but that doesn't stop him from nosing into everything.
聞いてよ暁くんのねのぞむちゃんひどいんだよ
はいはいのぞみちゃんの言う通りだと思うよ
My fault? Hold it, you.
だってそうじゃないか喧嘩してる時ってな大概お前の鈍感さが原因だぞ
Urgh.
さて話を聞こうか
He does a good job of calming her down and getting between us. He's always been like this, always fussing over me. I guess it's just his natural charm, but I can talk to him about anything. Well, he's a rare comrade at any rate. The truth is, I start telling him all about what happened, but he interrupts me when I get to Nozomi's uppercut.
そりゃ望むお前が悪いだろ
Really? I mean, I felt bad for hugging her, so I made sure I said I was sorry.
違う違うそれはお前勘違いしてるよ
What? How? He grins as I cock my head and try to think.
お前望みかって言ったんだろ
Yeah, I did. What's so bad about that? He shakes his head in pity. But the girl in my dream wasn't Nozomi. I'm sure of that. I trail off, feeling someone's glare stabbing into me.
のぞむちゃん
She steps slowly towards me, speaking very quietly. Yes?
お前は地雷を踏むの好きだよな
He sure does. He's looking not quite at me, but past me. Damn, I stepped on a mine?
一応確認しておくけど、私に抱きつこうと思ってたわけじゃないんだよね。
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Nozomi. I was completely out of it.
寝ぼけていた。それじゃあやっぱり、のぞむちゃんの意思で抱きついたわけじゃないんだよね。
The game sure is harping on this scene, aren't they? I mean, it's kind of amusing, but at the same time, I feel like it's going on a little long.
夢に出てきた人に抱きついたわけだよね。
I guess that's how it turned out. I really didn't mean to be rude to her, and certainly not to embarrass her in front of the whole class.
誰？
Huh?
おお、直球ど真ん中。ああ、すまんなのぞむ。もうどうしようもない。
Everyone around me is getting ready for the chaos, but I'm trapped in the eye of the storm, sweat pouring down my face like a waterfall.
誰に抱きついたの？私にも分かりやすく教えてもらいたいな。
It wasn't you at least. Anyway, why does it matter who I was hugging? That dream. Now that I think about it, it was different today. I've always had that dream of slaughter ever since I was little. But who was that girl I saw today? No, now's not the time to worry about that. Hey, Nozomi, you're really scary when you don't say anything.
やれやれだ。
He mutters quietly. Nozomi's practically shaking as she takes another disturbing step towards me. Calm down, girl. Like you should know, apparently, that this guy is thick as a fucking brick.
なんというか、よく言えば正直なのよね。
バカ正直と言うんじゃないか。隠さないで素直にイカルガ先輩に抱きついたって言えばいいのにさ。
I think he's just an idiot. What? Satsuki. I almost laugh when they bring her up. What are you grinning about? That's not even based on anything, and I wasn't hugging her either. No, it wasn't her. Trust me, Nozomi.
ゾムちゃん、先輩じゃないんだ。じゃあ誰？
That's not really the...
のぞむちゃんの。
Baka! She suddenly disappears. All of our classmates begin cheering together, before I realize that she's crouched down at my legs. Wait! I can't talk straight, and my body won't move. I'm trapped in slow motion, helplessly watching her fist come towards me. I appreciate, you know, kind of the very descriptive nature of one of these Akane uppercuts. Ah. This must be what a traffic accident is like. Her clenched fist goes straight to my jaw. Boom! Another critical hit, man. I want her on my team, because she always gets critical hits. Ah!
本日2発目か。綺麗に入ったな。
せめて大怪我してないことは祈ってあげましょうか。
ま、しょうがないよな。望むは本当に鈍感だし。まあ、そこが魅力ってのもあるんだろうけどな。
That had her full weight behind it. I'm really starting to worry that she's going to break my jaw someday.
のぞみ、かっこよかったよ。
ナイスブローだぞ、のぞみちゃん。
あんまり嬉しくないんだけど。それより、のぞむちゃん、大丈夫？
Yes, physical assault on your classmates is cool, kids. Remember it. I stagger, barely able to stand. She rushes over to me in concern. It's a little backwards. If you're going to worry about me, then don't hit me in the first place. Good call. I'm obviously not okay.
いやいや、大丈夫だろう。まだふらついてるが、立ち上がってるんだし。
拳を交えることでしか分かり合えない人種っているよな。
That is so not right.
まあ、のぞみちゃんもやりすぎ。ちゃんと謝った方がいいぜ。
ごめんね、のぞむちゃん。
いいって気にするな。
Hey, you don't get to forgive her.
さて、俺は戻るよ。もうすぐ先生様が来るからな。
He turns around with a laugh and calls back over his shoulder.
あんまり喧嘩するなよ、二人とも。 俺は仲良くしてるお前らが好きなんだからさ。
He pats us on the shoulders and leaves with a wave. Worrying about us? Sheesh, how nosy. Almost as soon as he leaves, the door opens and Sanai comes in. The bell hasn't even rung yet. I'm surprised she's this early. He calls the teacher by her first name?
席に着きなさいよ。
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
ちょっと待ってくださいよ。まだチャイム鳴って
何か文句ある？
ないです。
She proudly humps. That's our teacher, Tsubaki Sanai. Oh, her last name is Sanai? Wow, that's... I mean, maybe it's not unusual, but I always thought that Sanai was just, you know, a first name. She's also my guardian. Oh. Well, I take back everything I just said. We're not related, but she's the adult that I'm closest to. I call her ma'am out of respect, but that usually makes her mad. It's complicated.
どうしたののぞみ？何か落ち込んでる？
そんなことないんですけど。
そうは見えないけどな。のぞむ？ちゃんと仲直りしなさいよ。
She begins teaching after that. Like always, she has the weird quirk of mixing personal and professional stuff together. And since Nozomi's my childhood friend, Sanai's been like a big sister to her ever since we were little.
さて、今日は教科書の167ページからだけど、その前にちょっと連絡ね。最近この辺りで野犬が出て襲われた人もいるらしいの。みんな通学の時には注意してね。さて、授業始めるわよ。
Everyone flips open their books, filling the room with the sound of rustling paper. I steal a quick glance at Nozomi as I open mine too. She's looking back at me and our eyes meet for a moment. Wonder if she's worried about earlier. It's a little annoying, but Sanai's right. I have to do something. After all, it's apparently my fault that she's angry. End scene! Gotta say, I kind of felt like it would never end at some point. It's a weird balancing act to kind of get the right pacing in visual novels, right? Like, the slice of life stuff is a lot of people's kind of favorite part, so, you know, in visual novels like these, I know they like to, you know, definitely try not to neglect that stuff, but, you know, you can go too far in either direction. And, you know, I feel like this was maybe a little too long-winded in that respect, but then again, if I look at the other end of the spectrum and you take a game like, say Shuffle, for example, which is kind of always my go-to for the other end of things, where the scenes are just way too short and they almost feel like they're incredibly disjointed because they're just way too short and they don't really feel like they establish much between them. But anyway, end of that little particular ramble. Sanai claps her hands together as the bell rings. She looks over at the classroom as she dusts the chalk off with her hands, or off of her hands.
はい、今日はここまで。わからないところは聞きに来るように。あと課題の方は明日中に回収するから、くれぐれも忘れないように。
She grimaces at the choir of groans that comes back as she puts away her own books. The quiet classroom is suddenly full of noise again. Okay, class is over now. I should make up with Nozomi. I get up and walk over to her desk. Nozomi?
何？のぞむちゃん。
How to put it? Sorry.
え？
She stares in blank shock. Did she think I was mad at her? I pat her on the head.
のぞむちゃん、恥ずかしいよ。
I'll stop when you accept my apology. I gotta say, for all the faults of this guy being an idiot, it takes a special kind of guy to get uppercutted twice in the jaw and then just be like, sorry, it was my fault. Don't know if I could do that.
そういうのってちょっとずるいよ。
Forgive me?
しばらく撫でていてくれたら。
Yes, ma'am. Honestly, patting her like this is a little embarrassing, but she seemed to like it for as long as I can remember. It's how we always made up after we fought when we were little. It's her own way of accepting my apology. She's blushing, but at least she looks happy.
あのね、のぞむちゃん。さっきは私の方こそごめんね。
Ah, it was my fault. Rolling over and taking all the blame is embarrassing too, but it beats fighting with her by a large margin. Looks like she's finally calmed down. I doubt she'll be in a bad mood anymore today.
こんにちは、失礼するわね。え？
Ah, Satsuki. She strides into our classroom confidently and grins as soon as she sees Nozomi and me.
あらら、何やってるのよ。どういうシチュエーション？
What are you talking about? It's nothing special.
そうならいいんだけど。
Ikaruga Satsuki. I remember her name just because it's Ikaruga, which is the name of like kind of a really cool shooter that came out a good long time ago. I think it was originally for the GameCube. Really cool shooter, but another aside from Phantoms Y. Yay! The beautiful girl that the entire school calls its idol, not to mention our student president. Great grades and very athletic. She's always cheerful around everyone. I'd say that she's beloved and admired by all, but that's not exactly right. Well, everyone does like her. In my case, our paths intersected because I'm not a member of any club, so she always comes to me when the student council needs an errand boy. What do you need me for today? A lot of the time, I end up being her mule, carting around all the printouts that the student council makes.
あら、用事がないと来ちゃダメ？
That's not what I meant.
来ちゃダメですよ。上級生が来たら落ち着かないじゃないですか。
Wow. Getting a little hostile there, Nozomi. Nozomi smiles sweetly.
そうかな。
She smiles back in kind.
はい。
They're both smiling, so why does it feel like something's about to explode? Did these two just not get along? It seems like he would know this by now. Nozomi got to know her the same time I did. Really feels like something's about to erupt. You'd think they'd get along better, but I don't think I've ever seen them actually laugh in the same room. It's always like this. You're here because you got free time, right?
そうとも言うわね。でも一応用事はあったのよ。二人が喧嘩したって言うから確認しに来たの。
Who told you that?
廊下歩いてたら早苗先生にね。まだ喧嘩してたら仲直りさせてあげてって言われたのよ。
I see. Awful timing, Sanai. And you should have known that this would only make Nozomi's mood worse. I know you're just trying to look out for us, but you picked the completely wrong person.
喧嘩なんか私たちはしてません。だから先輩がここにいる理由なんてないですよね。ね。そうね。でもそんなに邪険に扱わなくてもいいじゃない。
She puts her hand on my shoulder and lifts it up to my cheek to tease me. Hey, Satsuki? She grins as she lightly strokes my cheek. She really loves teasing people and apparently pissing Nozomi the hell off. And of course, Nozomi's not going to let that slide. You know, for a guy who doesn't understand anything about apparently Nozomi and how she's feeling about him, he understands her reactions pretty well. She grabs my shoulder and pulls me towards her.
さつき先輩、のぞむちゃんが困ってます。これぐらいは許されるんじゃないかな。だって仲直りさせようと思ってきたのに、いきなりイチャイチャしてるんだもん。イチャイチャなんてしてません。
Hey, Nozomi. Ah! She stops tugging and instead pushes me away from her. Strongly and suddenly enough to knock me over, except Satsuki's arm is there to catch me. No, more accurately, her arm and something a little softer than that. Ah! Nozomi and the rest of the class all shout together. Right as I start to wonder why, I figure it out. What's cradling the back of my head right now is her abundant chest.
のぞむくん、大丈夫？
Satsuki? Sorry, I'm getting up. I struggle to pull myself away from her with the desk, but I'm too flustered and do it too quickly. Also, is it just my imagination, or is she squeezing my head against her chest? That couldn't be.
早く離れて。そんなところに埋まってたら頭がバカになっちゃうよ。
No, he's already there, Nozomi. Too late for that. With that rude remark, Nozomi tugs me free of that enchanting sensation. I gasp for breath. Man, this game did not waste any time in establishing its, would-be harem results. I have no idea if there's actually a harem, route in this game, so I'm full of shit. But, wouldn't surprise me, judging from what we're seeing.
のぞみちゃん、あんまり乱暴しちゃダメよ。のぞむくん、怪我はない？気持ちよかった？
Yeah, I'm fine. And it felt Hey, don't try to interrogate me in the confusion of the moment.
そうなんよ。ねえ、のぞみちゃん。
She laughs mischievously. Forget being the school's idol. Little Devil fits her much better. On one side of me, Nozomi continues staring at her without moving a muscle. On the other, Satsuki meets her glare confidently. I'm probably seeing things, but I swear for a moment that I saw an aura of a dragon and a tiger fighting behind them. Nozomi's glare is fixated on her chest. She finally looks down in defeat. Satsuki grins victoriously and turns back to me. Yes, after all, this is all girls think about. The size of their chest and boys. Take it to heart, guys.
まあいいわ。本当の要件を伝えるわね。
Oh, so you do need me for something. She's still beaming in triumph, practically posing for me. But anyway, I'd better just listen to her. I should tread lightly for the time being.
あのね、今日は生徒会の仕事がないのよ。だから一緒に帰りましょう。
Yeah, just, you know, another stab wound, why not? Just go for it, man, you're already in this deep. What, that's it? I let my guard down. Now I don't have any way to say no. Alright. Is there something you need me for on the way?
のぞむちゃん。先生にちゃんと報告するためにも詳しい話を聞くってことにしておきましょう。それじゃあ迎えに来るから先に帰ったりしないでね。
Yes, man.
それじゃあね、のぞむくん、のぞみちゃん。
She strides out in the same way she came in, like she owns the place. All the other guys stare after her, but I'm worried about Nozomi. I wish I couldn't tell, but you could practically see the anger coming off of her. Why does she have to get so mad every single time? High maintenance. What's the matter, Nozomi?
のぞむちゃん。
What's wrong? Why is your voice trembling? Both of our voices are trembling, actually. Hers from anger, mine from fear. That much is obvious.
将来大切な人を泣かせてばかりになるとか、そういう危機感を持ったことってある？
Remember that subtlety thing that we talked about, Nozomi? You're doing real bad with it. Hold on. I don't get what you mean.
もう知らない。
Hold it. Why did it turn out like this? She ignores me, turns away, and slumps down in our desk. Man, give me a break already.
いつか刺されるぞお前。テレビに出るぞ。
いろいろトラブルを抱えてたみたいで、いつかはこうなるかなって思ってます。
Hey, come on, just tell me why. All I can do is lament their cold remarks. Wow. Alright, so... The scene in the classroom was probably like 30 minutes long. This is gonna be a long game, guys. But I think, considering how long the scenes seem to be in this game, which is something also that was the case in Sailor the Eternal, I should mention. So I shouldn't be surprised. But this is probably where I'm gonna end this preview episode. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. But I'm gonna post this up. I encourage you guys to comment. Let me know what you guys, of course, think of the game, as well as what you would like me to do with it. If you want to see a series, if you want to see a review, a preview, you know, kind of a, just my impressions after I played for a while, you know, that kind of thing. But, yeah, so far, I guess I don't really have much of an impression because we haven't even seen kind of the crux of the game yet. You know that you're going to be thrown into some kind of crazy situation where you have to do battle in a strategy RPG context. And, I definitely won't be able to organize much of my thoughts about the game before I see that. So far, it's definitely loving riding the trope train. I'll say that. At the same time, I've always said this, but, when the tropes are done pretty well, and, kind of they're presented well and I can just laugh at them, I don't really mind that so much. So far, it's fine, but it's definitely not doing anything too different. But maybe it does. I'm looking forward to finding out. And like I said, Assalia the Eternal was kind of the same way, and the way it kind of separated itself from a lot of the visual novels out there is because it had that battle system. And also, all those multiple endings and stuff that gave it a ton of replay value. There was like side quests and optional boss monsters and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed doing all that stuff. I actually ended up getting everyone to max level and Sally the Eternal and all that crazy mess, and it was a lot of fun. And it's so much fun to go back through once you're max level and just destroy the game after all the trouble that it puts you through. But now I'm just rambling. So once again, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in whatever it may be.